Bem-vindos a mais um programa aqui na TV que fala a sua língua. Eu sou Juliano De Luca e essa é a Nossa TV Canadá, a TV feita para você. E o programa Vem Comigo está recheado de novidade. E vamos começar agradecendo primeiramente a Deus, aquele que tudo pode e nos fortalece para poder trazer um programa que nós fazemos com muito amor e carinho todas as semanas para todos aqueles que nos acompanham. E o programa de hoje, mais uma vez, quero dizer para vocês que começa com notícia. Manifestação da LiUNA, onde membros e líderes estiveram em frente com o Spark para contestar o porquê da injustiça em tirar uma jurisdição da LiUNA e dar para os carpinteiros. Confira com a gente a matéria.
Queen's Park was taken by LiUNA members that united in demonstration of their insatisfaction with Schedule 14, introduced on Bill 31. The schedule takes jurisdiction from LiUNA and hands it over to the Carpenters Union. The leaders and members of LiUNA demanded action and asked for fairness.
We want fairness! We want fairness! We want fairness! We want fairness! We want fairness!
Great to see a show of force here today where we have 7,000 members that have shown up to show the strength of LiUNA and our displeasure at what the government is doing, trying to take their jobs away and handing them over at the stroke of a pen to another union. This is wrong. This shows favoritism. This is not what democracy is all about. This is not fairness. And so our members were here today to say, do something that's fair to the people inside this legislature. Because really, at the end of the day, the power exists out here, not inside the halls of the legislature. We met with the Premier last Thursday. We gave her an opportunity and an option to do the right thing, to stop playing favoritism, to present something, an amendment to the bill that was presented, to the schedule that was presented, to do something that's fair for everybody, to do something that's fair for LiUNA, and to do something that's fair for the carpenters. She ignored it because the government is convinced on playing favoritism. The government is convinced on doing the wrong thing. And look how unintelligent they are to do something like this 2 months before an election. Shows you that they're not thinking.
And we met with the Premier. Jack Oliveira, our lawyer, Sean McFarlane, and myself met with her on Thursday, and we presented her with a fair offer, one that was even too fair. We said, give the carpenters the same jurisdiction as us. We can handle it. We can handle it if they're the same as us. A fair playing field. She refused it. She wants to give them our
We can bring 50,000, we can bring 100,000 members if we have to. We can paralyze this province if we have to. And she doesn't understand the power of the workers that are here and their families. She's taking food away from the workers of this province. She's taking away their pensions. She's taking away their benefits. And we're not going to take it anymore.
They're here to represent the citizens of Ontario at the provincial level. They shouldn't be putting their nose in our labor affairs. That's why, many years ago, they created the labor board down there, and that's why we have a Ministry of Labor. If there's an issue with labor law or collective agreements, we all should be marching there, and maybe that's where we're going next time around. Maybe we'll march down there.
Eu acho que a gente vai dar continuação a esta luta, porque mais tarde ou mais cedo eles têm que compreender que a gente está aqui, a classe trabalhadora, a gente não vai ir a nenhum lado, a gente vai continuar aqui, mas também queremos melhorar as nossas qualidades, não só no trabalho, como o dia a dia. Eu acho que a Kathleen Wynne, que podia revisitar a situação, ainda tem tempo, e puxar este bill para fora, o Bill 31, Schedule 14. Eu acho que era muito importante se ela fizesse isso.
Sono tanto contento di essere qui oggi, di sopportare tutta la LiUNA per questo che i liberali stanno cercando di fare a noi. È una cosa vergognosa che noi abbiamo una giurisdizione e la levano a noi per darla ai carpentieri. È una cosa vergognosa. Quella è la cosa che io domando e dico a questo partito, smarten up, once for all.
This is an incredible showing of the power that LiUNA has when its members come together to fight a historic adjustment that's been moved through this legislature. We've seen something happen in this budget bill that we have never seen. It's unprecedented in legislation. You'll never see this in history where the government of the day and the minister arbitrarily removes the jurisdiction of one union that's had it for a generation. That jurisdiction has been arbitrarily removed and handed to another competing union. That is an affront to the process. It's an affront to labor laws that we fought for, and I suspect it's even unconstitutional.
At the end of the day, this was a perfect example, a rally, peaceful rally where people spoke what they believed. And what they believe basically is that their rights are being abused and taken away by Queen's Park. There is a process. The Labor Relations Act is very clear that when there's problems, the problems are dealt under that legislation. To sneak in a schedule into a budget to take away the rights of one group in favor of another group is totally, totally inappropriate.
E essa aí é a insatisfação de membros e líderes da LiUNA com o governo atual, que é o liberal. Mas como aqui nós respeitamos a democracia, estivemos falando com o ministro da Finança, Charles Souza, para saber o que ele pensa a respeito de tudo isso que está acontecendo. E também Steven Dalduca, MPP para a cidade de Vaughan. Confira com a gente. Mr. Charles, it is anything that you have in mind to take back what the liberals did to this, to LiUNA, with this Bill 31 and Schedule 14. Do you think Schedule 14 is fair on a Bill 31?
So let's be clear. I fought to support fairness in the system. And it was brought to my attention that they were putting forward a schedule that would actually remove the rights of LiUNA, to remove the exemption that they've had over many years. In a compromise, they said, well, let's then, instead of doing that, provide the same exemption to another union and other unions in the system to provide that equal playing field. I want to make certain that it is equal for all concerned. The point being, no union should be given anything carte blanche. No one should be automatic. They should organize and compete. LiUNA has proven themselves to be strong competitors, strong supporters of their members, and they provide tremendous support for our economy. Ontario government, the Liberal government, has been the one providing the infrastructure spending to the tune of $230 billion now over 14 years to support construction, to support roads and bridges, and to support hospitals and schools, and residential that are so important to our economy. And the partnership with LiUNA is critical to that, and I congratulate them for all the work they do. I'm going to continue to fight for their members and to provide fairness for all in the communities.
Before the Liberal took this action, don't you think would it be fair to call all the leaders together and talk? Because this is, it's almost 50 years. LiUNA has the restriction over there. And then nobody, talked to Mr. Joseph Montanelli, Jack Oliveira, to the leaders. Do you think this is fair?
Well, they don't have a restriction, they have an exemption. So they have more, they're afforded greater opportunity. But I am not going to now talk to you about the discussions that have been had over some weeks and months. So I am going to reserve my comments in respect to that out of respect. I respect Mr. Mancinelli, I respect Jack Oliveira greatly. I consider them my friends. But at the same time, I'm not now going to divulge and express things that are going to create greater misunderstandings. I want to help. I want them to do well. I want LiUNA and the membership to do well, and I want fairness right across the system. I have no desire to be in the middle of union wars, and the government should be respectful to that, and I'll encourage that these things be established and settled at the board level, not at the government level.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Our TV Canada will be back soon. Today is a very special day for you, but it's an issue out there, and they say that you're in a conflict. What do you have to say about that?
So first of all, I'm very happy to be here tonight in this room with literally hundreds and hundreds, more than 1,000 residents from Woodbridge and beyond who wanted to be here tonight. It is a nomination meeting. It is a wonderful community gathering. I would also say while we're talking, this is a very difficult time for people here in the GTA, given what took place yesterday in North York and Willowdale. with the horrific tragedy. And I think everybody who's here tonight, and generally speaking, those who are watching, we need to pause and reflect on the tragedy that took place, and our hearts need to go out to the victims and their families. And our entire region will continue to stay united with those people, given what they've gone through. And I also want to thank publicly the first responders who worked so hard yesterday. I have long been a very strong supporter of organized labor. In my time at the Ministry of Transportation and today in the work I do at Economic Development, it is so important for our government to continue to invest in critical infrastructure. And it's that infrastructure, highways, roads, bridges, hospitals, schools, that puts our skilled tradespeople to work, including LiUNA members, including Carpenters Union members. And I'm so proud to be part of a government that for the last 15 years has kept tens of thousands of LiUNA members and Carpenters Union members working full-time year-round on our infrastructure.
Why after 48 years, the Schedule 14 on Bill 31 against the laborers?
So the government appointed two independent individuals to do a review of the issue at hand. Both reviews came back to government, and a decision was made to go forward the way that we have.
Do you have any idea how to fix this and stop the war between those two unions?
So I think it's important for us to stress that we are very supportive of organized labor, and our government will continue to invest in the infrastructure that puts Carpenters Union and LiUNA members to work every single day of the week so they can support their families. That's what I'm focused on.
Okay, thank you. It is anything that you want to say?
No,
straight to, it's all good? Yeah? You're very welcome. É isso aí, esse problema está realmente afetando muita gente, trabalhadores, família, aqui na província de Ontário. Mas a nossa TV é que traz a informação para você. Então não saia daí que a gente volta já já depois dos comerciais. Vem comigo.